Hey everybody, welcome to Storytime with Andy. Glad you're tuning in today. We have a really fun book. This is called Inky's Great Escape, okay? Now, the actual title is a little bit longer. Let me read it for you. Inky's Great Escape, the incredible and mostly true story of an octopus escape. So we don't read a lot of books here that are based on true stuff, but this one is based on something that really happened in New Zealand. An octopus was able to escape its tank. You know, octopuses are really smart. They're really smart and they can get into and out of almost anything. They can get so small that if there's even just a little opening, an octopus can squeeze its way through it. Pretty crazy, huh? Here's another fun fact. Octopuses are my favorite animal, hands down. They're so smart. They can change colors. Their pupils are rectangles. They can learn tricks. They can camouflage themselves. And did you know that if you want to say octopus plural, there's like a bunch of different ways that you can say it. You can say octopi. You can say octopuses. You can say octopodes. I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, there's some fun facts about octopuses. I could go on, but that's not what you're here for, right? You're here to read a story. So we are going to read the story and we're going to draw. So be sure you get a crayon and a piece of paper ready at the end. We're going to draw a picture of Inky as he is escaping down the hall in the aquarium, okay? And before we get started, I want to say a special hi to Landon S. in Riegelwood, North Carolina. Landon, I hope you like Inky and how sneaky he is, okay? All right, let's get ready to read. Inky's Great Escape, the incredible and mostly true story of an octopus escape. Inky was the greatest escape octopus of all time. He'd slithered his way out of every trap ever invented and lived to tell the tale. And he really liked telling the tales. One day, after wrestling with a particular tricky trap, Inky decided it was time for a break. His arms needed a rest, so he retired to the local aquarium. Every day, he and his tank mate, Blotchy, would play hide and seek, followed by a rousing game of charades. And every night, they played crazy eights, and Inky would tell Blotchy all about his daring escapes. Blotchy had lived at the aquarium for his entire life and had never even seen the ocean. To Blotchy, Inky's adventures sounded like the wild stories that lined his bookshelves. He had a hard time believing any octopus was capable of such astonishing feats. One night, he said to Inky, "I bet you can't escape from here." Inky looked around at their tank, which was sealed up tighter than a clamshell. "I'll take that bet," he said, thinking of the old days. He looked out at the room beyond. He could feel the itch of adventure whispering through his brain. "I'll go one better and escape from this whole aquarium." "Yeah, right," Blotchy laughed. "It'll be my biggest escape yet," Inky said. "It's impossible," Blotchy cried, and Inky just smiled. What Blotchy didn't realize was that impossible escapes were Inky's favorite kind. After many years of practice, Inky had discovered the two keys to an amazing octopus escape: patience and opportunity. So, Inky waited. He drew up his plan and called it Inky's Incredible Idea for an Ingenious Escape. Blotchy said the name was a little bit long, but Inky knew it was just right. Days went by, and Blotchy started to get smug. "I knew you couldn't do it," he said. "Patience," Inky said. "Did I ever tell you about the time I waited 12 days to escape from the lair of a giant squid?" Inky asked. "Yeah," said Blotchy, "every week." But Inky told him again anyway. Later that evening, the opportunity Inky had been waiting for arrived. One of the keepers left the lid to their tank open a crack. It was just a tiny crack, but that was enough for Inky to work with. "The time has come," Inky said to Blotchy. "I'm about to make cephalopod history." He swam over to the side of the tank and began to climb. Well, the only way an octopus can climb, one sucker after another. Inch by inch, he pulled himself up to the top. And with magnificent skill that only the most remarkable octopuses possess, he poked one arm through the lid and began to wedge his body out through the gap. Inky went as flat as a piece of seaweed as he prodded and elbowed his way to the other side. After a great slurpy pop, Inky squeezed free and clung to the outside of the tank. "Blotchy," he called out, "there's a whole world out there. Do you want to come with me? It'll be an adventure to remember." "No thanks," said Blotchy. "Tomorrow's Fondue Friday. I don't want to miss it." "Fair enough," Inky said. He slid down the side of the tank, leaving a triumphant trail of octopus ooze in his wake. Blotchy peered through the glass and watched as his brave friend made his way across the aquarium floor. Inky's limbs swirled as he hauled himself along the tiles. He forged ahead while the incredible idea for an ingenious escape unfolded perfectly. All the creatures in the aquarium had their sights set on Inky. They watched his every move, hardly daring to blow a bubble. The most spectacular escape octopus ever stood on the edge of a drain he'd spotted from the watery confines of his tank. Inky waved to the crowd. "Remember this moment, friends," he said. "I am but one small octopus with big dreams, standing on the brink—" "Just say bye," Blotchy hollered. "Farewell," Inky said, coiling himself into a long rope. Cheers rang out from every tank as he slipped down the drain and out into the ocean. For years afterward, Blotchy told each new arrival about the amazing Inky and his great escape from the aquarium. Someone had to stick around to tell the tale, after all. And oddly enough, every once in a while, a little dribbly trail would appear, leading from the drain all the way to the octopus tank. If you listened very closely, over the shuffling of cards, you'd hear a voice say, "Did I ever tell you about the time I tangled with a lobster trap?" "Yes," was always the answer. "But you can tell me again." The end. Okay, can you believe that is based on a true story? That octopus really escaped out of that aquarium like that. I told you, octopuses are smart, man. They are sneaky. So we are going to draw Inky today. The page I chose is this picture right here where you see him coming down the hall, climbing through all the tile, and all of the fish and jellyfish and sharks watching as he makes his great escape. So we are going to draw Inky just like that, okay? All right, let's see. Get your paper, your pencil ready. A lot of times on Storytime with Andy, we draw this way, but today we're gonna draw this way because we need a little extra room. So turn your paper like that. And the very first thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna start by drawing Inky, okay? It'll be really fun. Here we go. Octopuses are kind of fun to draw with all those legs and... All right, so start maybe close to the right side of your page, maybe not smack in the middle. Over here, we're gonna draw something kind of shaped like a light bulb, okay? So come on up like this. Draw the top of his head round like that. And then come down like that, okay? See, kind of like a light bulb. We'll go ahead and draw his face on there. That way you can see what we've done. So we'll draw his eyes. We're gonna draw one that kind of goes over to the side here. So we're not gonna draw a full circle. We're gonna start over here and draw like a half of a circle, okay? And then another circle inside there. And you can color in that part of his eye black, okay? There's one eye, then we're gonna come over and do the same thing. This time we'll draw a full circle because we can see the whole thing. And then another circle inside there. Color that one black. Now he's got some eyes looking like an octopus already, right? And he has a really cute little mouth. Just kind of looks something like that. So there's his little mouth, okay? Now we'll add his legs. Now this is gonna be kind of tricky because some of his legs are in front, some of his legs are in back, so we're just gonna do our best. As long as you have 8 legs, everyone will know it's an octopus, okay? So you can just follow along. So you made that line there, you made this line here. Let's continue with this line and we'll draw one of his legs, okay? So just kind of give it a little flare up at the end. And there's a leg, okay? Then we'll come in, let's draw another one like that. Cool, now we've got 2 legs. You kind of want to make like a U shape right in front of him. And then you can come on up here. Let's draw a leg up this way. Okay, now, this is tricky. Go like that, okay? Now we're gonna draw some of these legs behind him. So come up behind this leg and draw another one. See how that one's in front, that one's in back? Like I said, if you wanna do it that way, fine. If not, you can have all of his legs up front, all of them in the back. I'm gonna draw some more back here. Let's see, how many legs did we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need 2 more. I'll draw them over here, okay? 7, 8. All right, so there are his 8 legs. And to make his legs really look like there's those tentacles underneath, you can come on the bottom of each one and draw a line and some little dots, okay? So just on the underneath part, you can make some dots like that. And that way it really looks like that's the bottom of those octopus legs, right? They're like little suction cups. They're really cool. And that's how they move around, you know? Just grab onto the surface with those and they can go about anywhere. All right, there's our 8 legs. There's Inky. He does have some spots on his head, so we can draw those. You can kind of make some of them circles if you want. If you want to make some of them kind of just blobby shapes, that would work too. Just kind of do a couple around his head area, maybe 1 or 2 down here, and I'm gonna stop right there. You guys, you drew an octopus, way to go. All right, now for the fun part. Remember in this picture, Inky is escaping down the hall. You see all of these, whoops. You see all of these other tanks filled with the fish watching him. So we're going to draw that part too, okay? So I want you to come all the way to the edge of your page, right about here, and start drawing a diagonal line. Whoops, when you get to Inky, stop. Come back behind his head and keep drawing that line to the other edge of your paper, okay? That means this is the floor and this is the wall. Pretty tricky, huh? Now we're gonna draw those windows that peek into those tanks. So we're gonna do a line here and a line there. There's 1 tank. And a line down and a line all the way over it. There's another tank, okay? Also, he's got this trail of like water or kind of slime behind him, so we can draw that. So, you know, just pick anywhere behind him and kind of start drawing like, I don't know, like a trail of slime or like a noodle shape, okay? And then pick another line behind him. And now it looks like he's left a puddle of water behind him on the hallway. And now here's the fun part. This is a fish tank. This is a fish tank. I want you guys to fill those fish tank with all sorts of animals. So you can draw other fish, you can draw seahorses, right? You can do all sorts of stuff. We'll draw a tiny little fish here. That fish is going, yeah, go Inky, you can do it. We'll draw, I don't know, a seahorse? They're tricky to draw, right? Should have practiced this, huh? Seahorse like that. You can draw, remember there was another octopus in there? So maybe there's like a baby octopus watching. You can draw some legs. You can draw lots of fish back there. You can draw crabs. You can even draw a shark if you want. Let's see, maybe we'll draw a shark watching like this, right? Get some teeth in there. Get a shark fin up there. Some gills. Tiny eye. There's a shark watching him. You draw whatever sea creatures you want to see in those pictures, and they're all watching him going, oh, there goes Inky, look at him go. All right, so I want to see you guys fill up those tanks with creatures, and we'll draw the title of the book. And this is a super long title. It's actually called Inky's Great Escape, the incredible and mostly true story of an octopus escape. But we don't have that much room on here, so we're just gonna call it Inky's Great Escape, okay? Pick wherever you've got room on your drawing. I've got some room over here. So I'll just write Inky's, I-N-K-Y apostrophe S, Inky's Great, G-R-E-A-T, Inky's Great Escape, or escape if you watch Finding Nemo. It's E-S-C-A-P-E, Inky's Great Escape. You guys did awesome. Can't wait to see those. Okay, pretty sneaky, huh? That octopus was pretty cool. If you go online and read about octopuses and learn a fun fact, I would love to hear it. Or if you drew along with us today and want to share your picture, I would really like to see it. Just have your mom or dad send it to me and I'll put it in one of our videos in the future, okay? Thanks for tuning in today to Inky's Great Escape. Hope you guys had fun, and as always, stay well and keep reading.